I think we all should start off 2024 with a new rule in our life. And that new rule should be stop giving people second chances. The rule of one and done. If somebody decides or you decide that a relationship is not working to the point that you or they end it, do not go back. Full stop. That's it. One and done. They had their shot. I just went through this with two different people. One guy ended it because he didn't think I was going to get physical with him fast enough. And he's right, because I am taking my sex life very seriously. I am waiting to be in a committed relationship before I get intimate with somebody. And so he got impatient. He decided to bail out. And now we're just friends. And he kind of wanted to restart it. And I thought about it and I was like, no, you weren't willing to be patient enough the first time. You don't deserve a second chance. I don't want to be with people who make me feel emotionally unsafe. And when you've already rejected me or you've already discarded me for whatever reason, that was your shot. That was your shot. You had your chance. You didn't want it enough to stick to it. I'm done. And then I had a second opportunity with somebody where the first 3 dates went really, really well. Really, really well. Completely consistent. Seemed like a very genuine person. Seemed great. And then he got flaky. And so I asked him flat out, are you not that interested in me? Because that's how it felt. And he said, no, it's this, that, and the other thing. It's me. And so I gave him a second shot after I'd already decided to block him and be done with him. I unblocked him, I re-engaged, and guess what? How this ended? Guess how it ended? You already know. You already know. He continued to be flaky. He came on real strong again. He asked me to be his girlfriend. I said yes, which I wasn't ready to do, but I think I gave in to the desperate of, it's the holidays. I've been single a long time. This guy's had a lot of the qualities I want. Okay, we're doing this. He was also there for me on my birthday, and he brought roses, and we went to a nice dinner, and our conversations had been deep, and so I agreed to be his girlfriend, and he knew that was the condition for me to be with him. And so then we were together, and immediately after, he started being a jerk. He started being rude and dismissive in his messages, and so I asked him again flat out, is there a problem with our relationship, or is there something you're upset about with me? And again, he said, no, it's me. Have confidence. Everything is fine. And then a couple hours after that, he wrote me saying, I still have feelings for my ex-girlfriend, and yeah. So I blocked him again, and I burned with furious rage that I gave this person who had already shown me in his actions that he was not an emotionally safe person for me. He had already proved with his inconsistency and his unreliability that he was not somebody I should continue emotionally investing in, and I dismissed it. I dismissed it. And when he said his red flags are that he's been married 3 times, I dismissed it. And when he said that he's crazy and got mental issues, I thought he meant he gets sad. He had been a military person, and so I thought he was referring to that. I dismissed it. He flat out told me his red flags. flat out said. And I dismissed it because I wanted it to work. I wanted it to work. I wanted to see the best in him, and I wanted it to work. So my lesson is that just because somebody says they're ready for a relationship doesn't mean I need to agree to be in it when I'm not ready. I was not ready, and I betrayed myself when I said I was when I wasn't. I betrayed myself. And I betrayed myself having sex before I was ready. I knew I wasn't emotionally ready or physically ready to do that act with somebody. I haven't been with anybody for a year and 3 months before that. It meant a lot to me. It was a big deal for me. And I shouldn't have done it. That's on me. Do I feel like he emotionally manipulated me in order to convince me and butter me up and tell me what a great guy? He's such a nice guy. And he's such a knight. And so here's the even worse part. I get back on Facebook dating, and guess who the first person I see is? Yeah, it's him. It's him. And his dating thing says that he is looking for someone emotionally available. Yeah. I just want to scream. I just want to egg his house. I just want to scream at this man. The ridiculousness of this. But again, we can't control other people. We can only control ourselves. And so I have to look at my actions. I agreed to be in a relationship when I knew I wasn't sure enough and feeling safe enough, and he hadn't proven his interest and his reliability enough for me to agree to be in it. And I agreed to have sex because I felt obligated, because I knew it was something he was wanting, and that's on me. That's on me. It's on me to still wait until I'm ready, and I wasn't. So I just want to talk about Mark Manson has a law of fuck yes or no. And from his blog, it says, why would you ever be excited to be with someone who is not excited to be with you? Why do you make an effort to convince someone to date you when they make no effort to convince you? Here's the thing, though. This guy did make efforts. He most certainly made efforts. And honestly, those efforts now just feel like complete and total emotional manipulation. Like he knew he was not emotionally available. He knew he was having thoughts and feelings about his ex. And even when I did my best to check in emotionally with him, he didn't share those things with me. So I do feel a certain amount deceived. I mean, the whole over-the-top birthday dinner and the roses and the, when I agreed to be his girlfriend and the big giddy woohoo and oh, this is so great and all that. And I should have still waited until I was ready and not given in because I wanted to make him happy and I wanted him to stay. Because it didn't make him stay. So anyways, back to Mark Manson. If I'm not saying hell yeah to something, then it's a no. And I wasn't a hell yeah. I wasn't a hell yeah about being his girlfriend. I wasn't a hell yeah about sleeping with him before I was ready. And he obviously wasn't a hell yeah about me. He was lying not only to me, but I believe to himself. And so I do have to find forgiveness. I had ambiguous feelings also during our relationship. I had things about him and our political differences and some of the things he'd said that made me question if he was really the person for me also. And I ignored those things and I continued on. And then when he asked me to be his girlfriend, I did take that seriously. And I did tell, like, I had two guys message me who I hadn't really even been talking to. It was really funny. They just kind of like, I swear people can sense it. I swear people, like, the minute, like, you're in a relationship, people who are, like, in your peripherals who have been, like, interested in you, all of a sudden they're like, oh, I need to ask her. You know what I mean? It's like people just know. Anyways, these two guys very randomly messaged me right around the same week and it asked me out and I was like, no, I'm seeing somebody and stuff like that. And I just lost my train of thought. Anyways, so I was shifting into, okay, I have a boyfriend. I'm in a relationship. I'm going to start acting like I'm in a relationship. I'm going to commit to this and give it my best shot at working. And he did not do that. He made a commitment to me that he was not ready to make, and then got what he wanted, and then immediately realized he wasn't ready for it either. And so we both, I believe, wanted to be people in a relationship more than we wanted to be in a relationship with each other. So, lessons learned. That's all you can do in life. That's all you can do. You got to learn the lessons and then you got to let it go and you got to try to do better next time. It hurts. It hurts a lot. It sucks. But I do have to forgive him and I have to forgive myself and I have to move on. That's all there is to it. So I did create a journal. It's called Process the Pain Breakup Journal, and it's got writing prompts that help you evaluate the relationship and evaluate the breakup and really see what drew you to that person, what red flags there were, and should help you as it has helped me process the sadness and the anger. So I'm gonna post a link to that, and if it helps you, I would love to hear your experience. And thank you for listening to mine. I do deeply appreciate it. Thanks.